Hi everyone, it is Tuesday the 21st of April 2020. I hope you're all keeping safe. And here is our maths lesson for today. So today we're going to be looking at how we use negative numbers and how we can calculate different problems using negative numbers. I'm just going to start off with looking at some vocabulary because I think that's really important for any math session. If we understand the vocabulary, then it makes the maths lesson a lot easier. Okay, so the first piece of vocabulary we're going to look at is integer. Okay, so an integer is just any number. You can have a positive integer and you can have a negative integer. So for example, the number 32 would be classed as an integer, a positive integer. And then, like I said, we could also have negative integers. For example, negative 16, that would be classed as a negative integer. And before we carry on, I know we mentioned at school that when we look at a negative number, for example, negative 7, we do not say minus 7. Okay, because that links to temperature, when today we're only looking at negative numbers themselves as integers. So we must remember to say that it's negative 7, or we might say it's negative 50, or we would say negative 21. So it's really important to understand that negative numbers, I'm just going to change over to my negative number line. Negative numbers are numbers that go below 0. Okay, so they're nothing to do with decimal numbers, because obviously negative numbers go below 0, where decimal numbers sit in between, and they're still above 0, but they just sit in between numbers. So we're focusing today on numbers that are below 0. Okay, so I'm just going to start off by doing a little bit of counting, just so that we can get our brains back into gear with negative numbers. And I'm just going to go through my negative number line, starting with the positive integers and moving all the way to the negative integers. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9, negative 10. Okay, we could also do that in a different sequence, so we might jump back in fives, for example. So we might go 10, 5, 0, negative 5, negative 10, so on. Or we might start with, for example, 3, and then jump back in twos, for example. So 3, 1, negative 1, negative 3, negative 5, negative 7, negative 9, and so on. We might start at 7, for example, and go back in fours. So 7, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 9, and so on. So that's how we would use this negative number line to help support us with our learning today. Okay, right then, so I am going to now move on to looking at some calculations using negative numbers. So for example, we'll start off with a little bit of addition, okay, and we might have something like negative 5 add 7 equals something in a box. Okay, that something in a box is what we need to calculate. Okay, so moving back to my negative number line, so I remember my calculation, it was negative 5 plus 7. So I'm going to start with my negative 5, and then I'm going to jump 7 places to the right, because when we add something, our number is getting bigger. So negative 5, then 1 jump, 2 jumps, 3 jumps, 4 jumps, 5 jumps, don't ever forget 0, 6 jumps, 7 jumps, and I end up at the number 2. So therefore, negative 7 negative 5 add 7 equals 2. Okay, I'm going to do another calculation where we're looking at addition. So I've got negative 9 add 6 equals something in our box, and that's what we need to try and calculate. So again, going back to my negative number line, so I'm just going to rub off my marks that I made. So my what was my calculation? I'm just going to go back. Negative 9 add 6. Okay, negative 9, and then I'm just going to add 6 again because we need to make our number bigger. So 1 jump, 2 jumps, 3 jumps, 4 jumps, 5 jumps, 6 jumps. Okay, and I end at negative 3. So therefore, negative 9 add 6 is negative 3. And it's really important here, even though it looks like our number has got smaller, the closer we are to 0, the larger the negative number. So obviously negative 10 is a lot smaller than negative 1, because from 0 we would then be moving backwards. Okay, now we're going to move on to some subtraction. So let's have a little think then. Let's have the number 5, and we're going to subtract 12 from it. Okay, and that's going to equal something that we need to find out. So 5 subtract 12 this time. So going back to my negative number line, wipe off my marks. So this time, starting at 5, and we're going to subtract 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's not forget our 0. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I end up at negative 7. So therefore, 5 subtract 12 equals negative 7. Okay, we're going to do one more, and then I'll let you guys get on with your activity for today. So let's have a go at the number 2 subtract 9. So 2 subtract 9 equals something we need to calculate. So again, let's go back to our negative number line. Okay, so we're starting with 2 and we're subtracting 9. So 1, 2, I'm not forgetting my 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, a bit like last time. So it ends up at negative 7. Okay, so 2 subtract 9 equals negative 7. Okay, I hope that's just a quick brief intro to calculating with negative numbers. Good luck with your activity today, guys, and I hope to see some of your amazing learning. Okay, speak to you soon. Bye.